Happy Friday Eve.
You guys don't hear that beep, beep, beep before we start recording.
It's Curt and Jen.
Yeah.
I like to say in the morning. It's morning when we're recording these things,
morning.
and it's early.
And you could be listening. You can listen anytime. Though. That's the beauty of the podcast. Yes. Happy Thursday. It's Curt and Jen. And I like what we were going to start off with here today because Jen always has stories. Jen's crazy life, right? That's what Jeff Connell used to call it.
My crazy life?
JCL.
Why are we starting out with Jen's crazy life?
Oh, you're right. We don't have anything.
I mean, I do have a crazy life. I will say I had one thing this morning. I felt like a guy this morning because I had to put, you know how you guys take like little pieces of toilet paper and wet it and put it on your face when you cut yourself shaving?
I do know how you're supposed to do that.
Well, I had a zit that would not stop bleeding. Why am I in my 50s and I am getting zits?
I'm in my 50s and it happens occasionally too.
I don't like it.
You call it a breakout. I had a breakout. That sounds better than zit, doesn't it?
I have a big zit.
Well, show everybody. You covered it up.
I tried.
Are you excited about the great PNW weather this weekend?
Oh my gosh. PNW, Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
I was driving to your house this morning and the sunrise was just starting a little bit, like you could start to see the colors on the horizon. Oh my gosh.
Perfect way to start the day. Yeah, it's going to be like
warm.
Upper 70s, maybe up to 80 perhaps, if we're lucky.
We said this before yesterday. This is what we live for here in Seattle.
Let us share about how we saw, this wasn't long ago,
the Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah, we were driving
down I-90
to Snoqualmie for something. Oh yeah, we're going to go take that jukebox.
we forgot to mention this, that we saw the Cybertruck, and I think it is so ugly.
It's just as ugly as I expected it to be.
Like,
I mean,
is this our future?
I don't know. You know,
please tell me no.
I mean, it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of sleek, right? I mean, that is true.
It's very like
almost like
Jetsons,
the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah, except for metallic-y.
Yeah, other than the fact that it's ugly, right? Really ugly.
I want to sit in one, though. I do want to sit in one.
Whoa.
And how much are those things? We should have researched that.
I believe you can get into them for under $100,000.
Oh, great. Perfect.
Base price.
Okay.
Yeah. So
sign
we're not
me up for a couple. Macy is turning 15 and going to start driver's ed. Let's get her a Cybertruck.
Well, I love that you shared that video with me of the, they had an issue with the Cybertruck trunk or
it's the frunk because it's in the front.
So
the Cybertruck frunk.
It's supposed to, when it meets resistance, it's supposed to stop. That way, like an elevator, you don't like lose your arm or your hand.
Yeah. So does it really work? So some influencer
it wasn't functioning.
Dude,
they were like, yeah, hey, we think that there's a problem with this.
And he tested it. Like the banana broke in half, the cucumber broke in half, the carrot broke in half that he was testing.
And then at some point, he's like, here, I'm gonna show you how this works with my finger.
Well, no, but this was the updated software. So so all that happened. Then he came back and he's like, okay, supposedly they updated the software and this works better now.
I'm going to start with my finger.
No, he did a couple like the banana just got a little like something on it. Didn't bust it in half.
Dimple.
Right?
Right.
But then he put his hand in and got lines on it.
Right.
So I would stop there. Like right there is like, that's good. Okay, we've tested this.
Right.
But he decides to then put his finger in the frunk and let it close.
He's going to level up, and this is how it went. Is everybody ready?
All
right, so let's give this another shot. We're closing the Cybertruck. I'm going to put my finger flat right here and see what happens. Ready?
Yeah.
Kurt, I don't even know how you think that's funny. I could barely watch it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what's supposed to happen when you do something dumb. That is what you call a teaching moment. Don't put your finger until you're sure 100% that you're not going to break your finger. Because he comes back in the video with the splint on his finger. He broke it in a couple places. Idiot.
Well, we're not name callers, but he was just not making smart decisions. He wasn't making good choices.
He was not making good choices like you suggest every single day. You badass.
Yeah, my friend Carrie got me this You Are a Badass mini book.
Let me show the book because this book is 2.5 inches.
It's a mini book.
2.5 inches square. Oh, I got to go over here. We're being recorded on too many things.
Okay, so that, and it's a little button too that goes with it.
Do what you love.
Okay, there's a bunch of them. Okay, ready? I'm pushing the buttons.
You create your reality.
You create your...
Fear, you are a badass.
There it is.
That's what you wanted.
You are a badass.
The book is by
Jen Sincero.
There you go. You said it once already.
She's awesome. And I've read the whole well, when I say I read, you just know that when I say I read, it's the audiobook.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I
but it also
knocked my head out.
comes with the button, so when you're feeling a little bit down, you need a little pick-me-up.
You can do it.
I don't know about that one.
Do what you love.
That's nice.
So at the end of every chapter of this book, so I listened to the audio version of the book. At the end of every chapter, it's love yourself.
Nice.
Love yourself.
Easier said than done for some people too. Yeah, but that's
sometimes. But hopefully you can find the love in your heart to love yourself and love others.
There you go.
That's what I'll say about that.
Good book and great button.
It is a fantastic book, and indeed a great button that we will use on the show.
All right. Now, when Taylor Swift was here, several months ago, obviously.
Yeah,
it's been almost a year now.
Yeah, I didn't get to go. I don't know.
I lucked out. Hey, you know how it works. Day of, it's like, you know what?
Want to go to the show?
You got an extra ticket. It's of course I'm going to go to the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we did watch it from a suite, but I don't want to brag. I just did.
I'm not listening to you right now.
So I did get to see Taylor on the Eras Tour, and it was phenomenal. But as you've heard, the prices are pretty phenomenal as well, as in phenomenally high. It turns out, for some Swifties, that's what they call Taylor Swift fans.
I got it because I'm one. I love her music.
I know. It is cheaper for them rather than to go see, Taylor in a nearby city or whatever. In
the U.S.
Right. In this case, they're talking about Miami. I'll just give you the quote. I can either spend $1,500 to get a ticket to go see my favorite artist in Miami, Taylor Swift, or
welcome to Miami.
I can take that $1,500, buy a concert ticket, cheaper for Taylor, a round-trip plane ticket, and 3 nights in a hotel room to go see her in Europe.
I want that option.
It doesn't say where in Europe. It doesn't say, that seems like, how could the tickets be that much less?
I don't understand that.
And, well, first of all, should we address the $1,500?
I mean, right there.
Crazy. But supply and demand, right? I mean,
she can charge it. It's just a bummer because it's just not her live music is not accessible
to a lot of
people, the common folk, if you will.
The common folk.
I am the common folk.
Well, what did they start at when they went on? Did they start at like 300 or something, or less than that?
Well, I think it was maybe like right at the get go, maybe 300, maybe, and those were nosebleeds. Because these were stadium tours, right?
Right. And that is still a lot, I understand, but that's within the reach of more people.
Sounds way better than $1,500, that's for sure.
Yeah, and a consideration, why not? Combine it with a nice trip to Ireland or whatever.
Yeah, you can do that.
Seeing T Swift and also
do it.
Drinking some
Guinness.
That's right, some good Irish
whiskey.
beer. Or whiskey, yeah, whiskey. Yeah. Teachers.
It's National Appreciation Teacher Appreciation Week.
One of those things, yeah.
It is that.
Again, thank you to teachers for what you do. We love you.
We love you.
You mentioned yesterday, and I think this is an interesting read.
Well, teachers are revealing parenting red flags that they notice right away when they're meeting the kid or the parent for the first time. I mean, 'cause they have to be observant.
Sure.
Right?
And now they're saying, they're sharing some of this with the common folk. Like us.
So one of them is, we don't believe in. So if a parent comes in and says, we don't believe in fill in the blank,
that's a bad start.
Because a lot of the times is, we don't believe in bedtimes. And the teacher knows that the student is massively sleep deprived.
Or we don't believe in limiting junk food. And then you've got somebody who's, really in poor health with a steady diet of goldfish and, nothing else.
And the poor kid's constipated, like these are littles, right?
That's
and they're
true.
not. And then the teacher has to deal with it at school.
We believe in only using natural products. I like the response from the teacher. That's great, but your kid's diaper rash isn't responding to your all-natural organic cream. Yes. What are some of the other ones? Especially for young kids, is when they have no idea how to self-soothe or find comfort when upset. When given the option to calm down or go to the counselor's office to talk about their feelings, kids have no idea how to do that these days. Wow.
Red flag.
That used to be top of mind, right?
Like, figure it out. Yeah. Not that you're not going to help them along, but there's got to be, you want them to be able to take care of themselves and know what they need and be able to talk about that.
Part of growing up. How about I guess a major red flag is when parents laugh off or downplay a bad behavior in their child. However, when another child does the same behavior and exhibits that, they're furious.
Yeah.
Isn't that like, hey,
It's like a little bullish.
pot, here's the kettle. You
Yeah. Also, a huge red flag when there's zero communication from the parents, especially when you're reaching out and there's nothing back, no response back. That would be super frustrating. When there's like no attendance, when kids are just skipping school, and
Well, she was specific. This, yes, but this comment was specified towards seniors. I have biggest issue I have is when seniors barely come to class anymore. When I try to talk to their parents about the attendance issues, I get told attendance only matters to the school because that's how you get paid.
There's another story I read.
Which, by the way, is not true. We need to qualify that that's not the case at all.
What is not the case?
What you just said. Oh. Attendance only matters to the school because that's how you get paid.
No, that is not true.
And
attendance matters because you need to show up for life, people.
Yeah.
Show up. There's just one that one of the teachers shared that I read that the student was super bright, smart wise, and bringing life to the classroom and participated and all that, and was very nervous about the parent teacher conference. Said there was some anxiety there. And then the teacher was like, I totally understand why, after meeting the mom who sat there and was like, my daughter's not smart. I don't believe what you're saying. Totally degrading her daughter in the meeting.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that all sucks, right? Because when you're living somewhere where you're getting that kind of feedback, like we're supposed to be as parents, we're supposed to be lifting up our kids, not lying about it, but being realistic.
But what's that kid going to think? I mean, of course they're going to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom says I'm dumb.
So the teacher the next day went up to this girl and just said, no one can take your light away. Don't let anyone take your light away.
Nice.
So
yeah,
that's where teachers go above and beyond. She didn't have to do that, but
and again, so thank you very much for what you do for National Teacher Appreciation Week as it continues.
Yeah. Okay, Curt and I were reading this thing because here's the thing. We do a little show prep. We want to make sure we know what we're talking about. And we both had to pull out our phones for this to do a little self-realization. Like, how do you text?
What finger do you use to text or thumb? I like how they express this. Some snot-nosed youngin' on TikTok. And how come snot-nosed? You never say that about anybody, a young person. What if I said, Jen's in today, she's being kind of a snot-nose. Like,
a snot-nosed brat?
You're being a snot. Well, that's actually
old school.
That might apply sometimes.
I know, I'm familiar with that. My mom would say that. You're being a snot-nosed brat right now.
So
Jennifer.
This guy on TikTok claims the way you text reveals your age. So if you type with your index finger, it says you're officially an old person, or at least in your 50s.
Well, that's truth.
Yes.
I had to get my phone, though, and figure out. And my kids always would say that I'm weird about this. Like, why don't you text with your thumbs?
Well, you use your right thumb and your left index finger.
Yeah, it's weird, kind of. Like, I had to start a text and figure it out. Yep,
well, see, that's nice because you can use your thumb while you're holding the phone. You can actually, in the same hand.
So I text like this. Like, right thumb, right index finger. Dur, 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 dur.
What does that mean? Dur, 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 dur.
Like,
and I'm this guy with which I think is
that's standard.
The way you're supposed to do it.
So how do you do it? Do you know offhand how you text? Because you had to pick up your phone too. You're like, I think with both thumbs.
I think I use both thumbs.
But that's after seeing me do an index finger. You're like, I don't think I do it that way.
You always try to be a little different, and that's okay. But as you pointed out, the thumb typically is the biggest, fattest, digit.
I already have enough. I have a hard enough time with fat fingers.
You have the smallest hand in the world.
I do? I don't think I do.
Are we going to do the hand comparison?
Yeah, do it. Like how?
Look at that. Turn it that way.
Okay.
That's me.
You could do what do you call it? One little joint notch below your hands. But you're a dude. You're supposed to have bigger hands, aren't you?
I'm not complaining about my hands. I'm saying that your thumbs are tiny enough that you should be able to do a thumb typing.
It's still fat, though. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You calling you fat?
I'm old, and it's true. I am in my 50s, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, so you can keep texting the way that you've been.
I'm going to.
With no problem.
I think it's weird that you type with both your thumbs.
Would you consider yourself a morning person? Or
For sure.
Okay. Well, you're constantly, and this is great. You're a very, very positive person. Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah?
And?
Does that mean that you're also a morning person? Not necessarily, but in your case, you are a morning person.
I am a morning person. Are you a morning person?
Less so. I'm just, I just want to get up and get this, I always just want to get up and get the show done and
get on with your day.
Hit the
and go
ground
back to
running.
bed.
Exactly. Well, maybe. You'll see. So, we have for you bad habits, bad morning habits, I should say.
And some good ones.
Yeah, bad morning habits.
Okay, you go through the bad
good,
ones and I'll go through the good ones.
I'm doing the bad morning
What
habits.
are the bad morning habits?
Well, and how can you avoid this? The ways you should not start your day according to experts.
Okay.
Don't wake up to an alarm.
If I don't wake up to an alarm, I'm not showing up here on time.
You're not waking up. Yeah, exactly.
I'm seriously not going to be on time.
My body's like, you're sleeping. I'm going to stay sleeping until something interferes with that.
Yeah.
And usually it's a dog jumping on my chest saying, feed me, feed me. But I guess
So don't wake up to an alarm.
it says it causes immediate anxiety. Of course
It kind of does. Yeah,
Right.
of course. It's like you're in a deep slumber and all of a sudden it's like time to wake up.
Well, they do have the nice soothing ones that get gradually louder and louder and louder.
I would like one of those.
Okay.
There's a thing called, I think it's called the Nest, maybe, or I forget. I would
there's-
like one.
Even on any iPhone or whatever already has an app. And there's several that you can download. That
It
are
is?
Like, well, yeah. And I also think the option is on your phone itself with the alarm because what do you have?
Something like that. But there's this thing that it starts to light up a little bit. The sound is soothing and starts to get louder. So
That's
it's
what you
light
need.
and sound.
Why don't you use that?
I don't have it. It's a lot of US dollars, Curt.
Another bad morning habit.
Okay.
Don't immediately try to problem solve. That groggy feeling that you're feeling and we're feeling, everybody's feeling in the morning, is called sleep inertia
Okay.
and typically lasts 15 minutes to an hour or 3 hours in my case. So let yourself ease into your day before you start trying to solve anything.
So don't try to problem solve. Okay.
For at least 15 minutes, I guess.
How can okay? I guess you just need to wake up 15 minutes early because if you're a parent that has kids that need to get off to school immediately, you're problem solving from the moment you wake up.
There's no way around it.
Well,
No.
give yourself a little extra 15 minutes to not.
This also, I think, applies kind of like the same one from before. Don't dive straight into your emails.
Oh yeah, that's kind of. I feel like
How
that's
long
the same thing.
before you wake up, do you immediately?
Seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds. I check my text and my email.
Reaching for your phone to read the news is one thing, but you shouldn't be checking your inbox as soon as you wake up. Immediate stress. Immediate stress!
As if the news isn't immediate stress.
That's true. So maybe
Come
avoid that.
on.
Finally, don't focus on what went wrong yesterday. Try your best to start fresh. It says it's okay to look back and reflect at some point, just not first thing.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, those are good little things.
I agree. Those are the things to avoid. You, of course, have the things
The
to
morning
do.
habits you want to add in.
Okay.
Focus on what you want to achieve and make a list. It's a good way to organize your day and your thoughts.
The list.
I do
The
that.
list.
I am a huge list maker.
Oh, yeah. You made me a list. Dana makes me a list. I've
I
got
love
several
it.
lists. I haven't
Honeydews.
made any of my own.
You don't make any of your own lists? You just follow others?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have enough people giving me lists
Start
already.
your day with some deep breathing.
Ouch.
Meditation is great, but even just stopping to take a few deep breaths to calm your mind sets you up for a good day. I don't do that. I should actually start that. Here's my intention. In my mind, here's what I'm going to do when I clean that project that I talked about a few days ago.
Right,
that
right.
project,
Right.
which is kind of in the side area of my room.
Okay.
Once I clean that up, my vision for myself is that I will get up maybe 5 minutes earlier or longer, or, do some stretches and do some deep breathing. It's going to be my calm space. It's also the same space as my work office, so that's fun.
And your workout equipment, right? It's all right there,
I just
stretched
want
together.
it all to be right there. Look at something that makes you smile. Think about maybe hanging something in your bedroom that sparks joy. Oh, I'm a big believer in that.
Yes.
Find the joy.
Is it wrong that Dana and I get the little? I don't want to say they're cheesy, but they have the little saying, like right here. This is we like these.
Oh, I
things.
love those. Yeah.
Just this little. I mean, it was I don't know, $12 at Fred Meyer or something, and we have there's one right there. Well, that's for Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, why do you have so many of those?
You'd have to ask my wife. I don't know.
Why do you have 3 of those signs?
Maybe it came that way. I don't know. It looks like there might be 4.
That's funny. Okay, I have a lot of those kind of things, like you are enough, and I also have
Yes.
those markers that you can put on your mirror.
Oh no!
So I've written like I have in my right where I do my makeup. I'm like, make it happen. It's my reminder to don't just talk about it, be
Make
about
it
it,
happen.
and make it happen.
I like it.
And then I put on Pat's side. I put hi handsome with some hearts.
I think we have one in the living room that says my favorite love story is ours.
Oh, Curt Cruz. So cute. And then the last habit in the morning, get moving.
That's
it
important.
doesn't have to be a full workout, just some light stretching. See? Light stretching and some deep breathing.
Get moving. And that comes back.
And while you're stretching, deep breaths.
Is this where we talk about Joel Legg she's got from New Zealand. I showed you the little videos and the daily affirmation and whatnot.
Yeah, you like her. Yeah, she's good. I've seen her before. A little social influencer. Not little. She's mega.
Joelle Legg.
And she has an Australian accent, which you love so much.
If you said that to an Australian, they'd say they're from New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
She's from New Zealand.
New Zealand accent.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Sunday is Mother's Day.
True. Can I say happy? Oh, I'm not going to say it now. I'll wait until Mother. Because you are a mother.
I am a mom.
In the best way. Not like she's a mother.
And Dana's a mom to doggies.
Absolutely, too. So Mother's Day is coming up. Do you have
something planned for her?
Yes. Don't be silly. Of course I've got big plans.
Cruz, you better figure something out. We'll brainstorm after
Crazy.
this is
What are you
over.
talking about?
We're going to brainstorm some fun ideas.
Yes. And as Mother's Day is Sunday, this is a great, you just out of the blue, Jen's like, what was the best advice that you received from your mom?
And your mom's passed away. And I'm going to recognize that because that's a tough one. Like, I can't even imagine.
Coming up on 10 years, yeah.
But you also joke about it to me like, oh, thanks for bringing up my mom's dead, Jen. I'm like, oh my God, no.
I think my mom would love that sense of humor. She's like, Mother's Day is coming up. Oh yeah, well, my mom's dead.
At least you have a mom.
At least you have a mom. No.
You have a mom. She's just looking from above, shining on you.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Mom. She is a great mom. And she had some great advice. And so that's what we're looking for.
What is the best advice your mom has given you? And if you're younger, we still want to hear about it. What's the best advice your mom's given you so far?
Yeah.
So
we'll put that up. You have access to us on Facebook. You have access to us on the Insta and all the other
TikTok.
things. The TikTok.
And you can just comment on the platform that you're listening or watching this.
Right. Be it YouTube or whatnot. So,
And we do ask that you, if you like what you're hearing, like us, share us, subscribe to us. It's free. It just gives you a daily reminder that the podcast is posted. Time to watch.
I thought it was fun to say it's free for now, like it's ever going to cost something. It is free for now. Act soon. Act quickly.
Well, I don't know if we should just be quiet because maybe it'll come to that, Curt.
Yeah, you never know. That's right. That's right. A GoFundMe page for us.
The best advice your mom's ever given you, we would like to hear about that. So however you want to get a hold of us, do it the easiest way you can, and we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Or you can email Curt and Jen, Curt with a C and Jen with one N. All right?
In the
Curt
morning.
and Jen in the morning at gmail.com.
We'll take any and all comments. We love it. We love hearing from you.
Thank you.
Make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and thank you for listening.